Bloomberg Audio Studios. Podcasts, radio, news.
The Stock Movers Report, your roundup of companies making moves in the stock market, harnessing the power of Bloomberg data.
Let's take a look at some stocks on the move today. I'm Nathan Hager, joined by Bloomberg's Kriti Gupta on a morning where it looks like the tech-led sell-off is going to continue, and Applied Materials in focus as part of that story. Kriti, good morning.
Good morning, Nathan. It's the mover that's kind of having a ripple effect. It's bigger than I think a lot of people would expect it. AMAT is your ticker this morning for Applied Materials, of course, the chip equipment maker that feeds into the supply chains for a lot of these chip stocks that have been, just rallying quite a bit. So it's a really great take on how the industry is doing and whether it actually has some momentum. Well, they came out with their earnings after the bell yesterday, and they said their last quarter was not so hot. And they're saying this quarter will not be so hot. So a lot of those expectations around the chip sector really thrown kind of under some cold water because of their comments. They're blaming the trade restrictions with China for a good chunk of that, basically saying that's weighing on chip demand and therefore on chip equipment as well. They're also talking about kind of the market being a little oversupplied as well. Nevertheless, their sales are dropping. They're saying there's a rebound next year come 2026, but the market's looking at this and does not believe it. Those shares down about 6% this morning, trading at about $210, and change. But the ripple effect, I think, is really interesting here because you are seeing it show up in all the tech companies, plus all the semi companies as well. So I'm seeing Lam Research, AMD, NVIDIA, Intel, even Palantir, maybe a little bit of Tesla in there. You name it. If it's a tech or a chip stock or somewhere in that universe, it's down by circa 2 to 3% this morning. I think that's a pretty significant tone setter from Applied Materials. It's also your biggest mover to the downside. That being said, I think we should talk about the fun stuff, which is M&A Friday, if we can.
I guess. Feels like it, doesn't it?
Very exciting. I feel like now every stock hit is really just a what deals are happening kind of hit. Right. The biggest mover to the upside, we'll give a little bit of a boost here, comes from Warner Brothers Discovery in the S&P 500. WBD is your ticker. Shares trading just under $23 a share, higher by almost 3% this morning. This is all in the M&A space. There is now reports from the Wall Street Journal as of after the bell last night that Paramount, Comcast, and Netflix are bidding for Warner Brothers. There's also some news out there that the CEO has their contract amended, David Zaslav, to protect the pay that he has in the case of a sale. The deadline is about November 20th, so we're about 6 days away. So seeing some real believability that Warner Brothers Discovery will have a new owner come the new year. At least that's the expectation.
Who's left that's not bidding at this point?
I mean, that's for speculation over a cocktail. Okay. WBD higher by 3%, trading at about $23 a share. There's also some other deals in the space coming out. Merck is officially buying Cidara Therapeutics. So you are seeing Merck shares slightly lower in the pre-market, down by 0.8%. MRK is your ticker, trading just shy of $93 a share. I'm just going to quickly get your Cidara Therapeutics read as well, but I'm told that you are seeing a pretty decent move there as well.
104% higher on my screen for Cidara on that news of Merck making it official with the buyout there.
The Stock Movers Report from Bloomberg Radio. Check back with us throughout the day for the latest roundup of companies making news on Wall Street. And for the latest market-moving headlines, listen to Bloomberg Radio live. Catch us on YouTube, Bloomberg.com, and on Apple CarPlay and Android Auto with the Bloomberg Business app.